1 for 4 in the early go. Fires too strong.
Caitlin Clark misses a shot. That's it, a normal miss that happens to every player in the league. But before she can even get back on defense, Stephanie White is already signaling for her to come out. No timeout, no dead ball, no natural stoppage. Just an immediate substitution after one missed shot.
Caitlin Clark can be as great as anybody. She can be Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. She can be anybody. As long as she got Hey Arnold over there as a coach, Mr. Crab's daughter over there as a coach, and as long as she got that ball hog on her team that's messing up the whole team chemistry, we gonna keep losing. And we not winning the championship. So as long as that coach is over there, and as long as that ball hog keep doing the same thing she doing, Indiana Fever fans, Caitlin fans, y'all may as well get championships out of y'all heads. It's not happening. Listen, if Stephanie White keeps doing that gimmick she has going on over there, being weird, we are not winning anything. We'll be lucky to make it out of the first round.
That decision instantly caught Fever fans' attention because it didn't feel like an isolated moment anymore. It looked like a developing pattern. Clark has been one of Indiana's most important playmakers, yet she's spending long stretches away from the ball while other players try to create the offense.
Let's check out the best player in the league, but it sucks that she got a stupid coach and a ball-hogging teammate.
Indiana looking for their first lead. Clark behind
picking them apart. Threes. Picking them apart. It's too easy. It's too easy. Look. Breaking them down. But her coach, Word Waldo, Cur's the cowardly dog. Like, what are we talking about? Hey Arnold sitting over there. Like she's pathetic, man. We need a new coach. Or Caitlin needs to go. This is pathetic. She is putting on MVP caliber play, but she got teammates that wants to hold the ball like they Michael Jeffrey Jordan or somebody. Like, this is nasty. She's setting people up, getting people open, all type of stuff, busting people.
The biggest frustration is simple. Caitlin Clark is at her best when she has the ball and controls the tempo. Taking her out of that role changes the entire rhythm of Indiana's offense. If you have an elite playmaker on the floor, why not let her create?
It is a bozo bonehead, man. Get Caitlin Clark the hell away from this clown-ass organization. We got to get into this game, man. Y'all know Caitlin Clark played small forward for the entire first half of the game, all the way until about 4 minutes left in the third quarter when the Indiana Fever were down by 9. The girl was playing small forward. Aaliyah Boston brought the ball up the whole first 3.5 quarters. This is ridiculous. This is malpractice. Stephanie White should be fired immediately.
Clark finished the first half with only 2 assists, which is shocking considering how much of Indiana's offense normally runs through her. Instead of bringing the ball up and reading the defense, she was frequently positioned off the ball or in the corner. That's a completely different role from the one Fever fans expect to see.
One more time.
Sometimes you gotta let them go do things that you're going, that's not a real good idea right now. Right? Because if you start to harness greatness, then they start to second guess what you want them to do.
And this is the difference from a real, actual great coach and then Stephanie White. Stephanie White has this thing. This is why I say she got all of the characteristics of a narcissist. Because Stephanie White wants to control, micromanage every single thing. And it was a clip going around when Caitlin played Toronto, I believe. It was that game. And she crossed the girl up real bad. The girl went way, she started guarding her own teammate somewhere. And everybody was like, why didn't Caitlin take the 3? And she was wide open. It goes back to that second guessing that Cheryl just talked about. Because every time Caitlin does something, who do you see in her ear on the sideline? Who do you see chasing her down trying to say something? Who do you see always on the sideline emoting, doing some type of weird stuff? Stephanie White. And I keep telling y'all, Stephanie White has been the problem.
And this wasn't just about one game. 2 straight losses raised even more questions about Indiana's offensive approach. Earlier in the season, when Clark was allowed to control possessions, the Fever looked much more dangerous. Now the offense appears slower, more predictable, and far less connected.
Like I said, overall, I thought she played pretty well, especially considering the circumstances. This was nifty. Right over the big on the inside. Not to mention, she had a nice step back three at one point in the game early. She got her shot going as the game went along. She didn't shoot the ball well to start it and then wound up shooting the ball much better. But this was a nice, nifty step back. Cash. Kelsey also went over 20 points again. That's routine at this point. Here doing it with a boogie move on Jonquel Jones. Whoop! Got right by.
Kelsey Mitchell deserves credit for scoring 37 points and carrying Indiana offensively when the team needed it. But there's a difference between a teammate getting hot naturally and the offense repeatedly shifting away from its primary playmaker. The Fever need balance, not a situation where one player's scoring streak becomes the entire offensive focus.
Like, look at this. Look, pass the ball, pass the ball, pass the ball. Look, Caitlin wide open, clank, pathetic. Well, let's watch it again one more time. Look, Caitlin's wide open, nobody's on her. Look, this is pathetic. Yes, a rant is coming. Who does we have as a coach? Where is our coach? Because apparently she missing. This is pathetic. This is probably the worst job I've ever seen a coach do. And then, let's just listen. When the fans booed her, why did y'all stop? She literally deserved that. Y'all literally should start booing again. Why are you hating on Caitlin Clark? How you hating on the best player on the team and anybody else can do something, you fine with it. Caitlin do something, you all over throwing a hissy fit like a toddler. Like, grow up. Like, ain't.
Look at Clark's role when Indiana runs its half-court offense. She's often standing away from the action instead of initiating at the top of the floor. Meanwhile, other players are responsible for creating opportunities. For a player known for her passing, vision, and ability to generate advantages, that's a major change.
I mean, it's consistency, right, for us. I thought that there were some moments, where we made them uncomfortable. Not enough. When we were up into the ball pressuring, I thought we got some really good things on the defensive end. And then there were lapses that caused fouls that went to free throws, lapses that allowed offensive rebounds, lapses that allowed, soft switches into cuts. Lapses on the offensive end where we didn't move the ball, we didn't find the right play, didn't find the right pass. Look, you think if you shoot 51%, 42% from the three and you make your free throws, but more than anything, I think this is just an opportunity for us to keep learning, how much of a sense of urgency you have to play with every single possession. This is playoff basketball right now. It's playoff basketball, and there has to be an urgency every.
There is also a legitimate reason for caution because Clark has dealt with a back issue this season. Workload management is understandable, and protecting a player from unnecessary strain is important. But managing minutes is different from changing someone's role entirely. Standing in the corner and barely touching the ball isn't the same thing as protecting her workload.
Ridiculous. Caitlin Clark forced the jack up shots in the first 5 seconds of the shot clock because she knows, God forbid, if she passes the ball to anybody, it's impossible for her to get the ball back at any point in a given possession. It's ridiculous. Bro, Stephanie White played Aaliyah Boston at point guard for 3.5 quarters. I'm ready to lose my mind, bro. We got the best point guard in the league. Why is our center playing point guard? Meanwhile, Jonquel Jones was punishing her ass the whole first half. This is crazy, man. This is crazy, bro. Like, Kelsey Mitchell kept her streak going. That's all that matters around here, right? Kelsey Mitchell gets her streak. That's all that matters. Indiana Fever lose again. Coaching blunder. This was ridiculous, man.
The contrast becomes even clearer when you compare this stretch with Indiana's earlier matchup against New York. Clark had 22 points and 10 assists in that game, and the Fever won comfortably. She controlled the pace, created shots for teammates, and made the offense difficult to defend. That version of Indiana looked completely different.
It seems like Caitlin Clark is getting taken out of these games a little bit earlier than usual when we were going through those streaks. Shoot, I saw her play some entire first quarters when we were going through those multiple game 1 streaks. I don't know the last time I saw Caitlin Clark play an entire first quarter. I don't know what it is. Is Aaliyah Boston hanging out too much at the three-point line? I'm not sure what it is. Caitlin Clark's shot's not quite falling, and if it is falling, then suddenly we stop going, we take her out, and it just seems weird. Because for the most part, Lexi Hull, we can't blame Lexi Hull because she hasn't really been contributing most of the season, right? So it's got to be somewhere between the big three or the coaching. I don't think teams are playing us that differently. Although the New York Liberty do give us more pressure than previous opponents, I think it's an internal issue, something with the team and the coaching staff, more than it is the opponents making us do things we don't.
So where does Indiana go from here? The answer may be simpler than everyone is making it. Get Caitlin Clark involved. Let her initiate, run pick and rolls, move the defense, and create opportunities for everyone around her. The Fever don't need Clark to make every shot. They need to trust her enough to keep the offense moving. If Indiana wants to make a serious push, putting the ball in its best playmaker's hands shouldn't be complicated.